that is configuring Oracle Database Vault. So in this small webinar, we will learn how to configure a Oracle Database Vault in 11G version. So we'll use an existing database and see how we can configure Oracle Database Vault, what changes we have to do, and then later on we will move on to more, more topics and more features of Oracle Database Vault. So let's now learn how to configure Oracle Database Vault inside a database. Now, before we move on, basically, we are apps and core DBAs, and we are, a team where we basically do so many webinars on our YouTube channel. So, about me, I'm Karan Dodwal, and I have more than 8 years of experience with Oracle products, and I'm Oracle Certified Master (OCM), and I'm a database architect, and below are my, achievements and my social profiles. So let us move on now to how to configure Oracle Database Vault. So, so here I am. I have a Linux environment, Oracle Linux environment. So I am going to log into a database. Okay, and if you see when I log into the database, we have Oracle Database Vault and Oracle Label Security already configured and installed inside the database software binaries, which we saw in the previous webinar. So here we'll learn how to configure, uh, you know, a vault inside a database. Although we already have it in software binaries, the functionality is already available. But now we'll learn how to, uh, you know, activate Vault inside a database. So if you see that my database is right now open and read-write mode. So I'll open another terminal, and on the same ORCL database, I'll configure Vault with DBC Database Configuration Assistant, and you will see that when Oracle software basically activates Database Vault inside a database, it will actually restart the database instance. So yes, we need downtime in production. So we have to be very careful when it comes to planning. So it's better we do it beforehand. So I'll go next and configure database options. Click next, ORCL. That's the only database instance right now with me. So I'll configure label security first, which is minimum requirement to go for Vault. So if you want Vault, you need to have label security at least. That's mandatory. Okay, but to have a label security, you don't need Vault. It's not mandatory to have Vault if you want label security. But if you want both, you need, of course, both. But if you want Vault, you need minimum label security. That's mandatory to have. So, well, you can choose another database, another table space as well. So maybe let's say we can give Vault TBS, right? And extension will be dot .dbf, and that will be the directory which I have, or our data ORCL in user one app Oracle. And size, we can give size as well. Let's give like 200 MB, and we can see the SQL. That's the SQL which we are using. That's the SQL command, and I'll create the table space, and we click next. And there are two users. One will be the vault owner, and one will be the account manager. So later in later webinars, you'll learn what are these owners and why we have separate responsibilities. Because in short, I'll tell you that okay, account manager is the one who can change passwords, but not of the old vault owner, and the vault owner is the one who will configure all the vault options, and basically he will be the vault god, you can say. Okay, because Vault is a product where even sysdb is not gone actually, but the sysdba can be restricted when you activate Vault. So here will be the Vault owner, so I can say maybe dbv owner, and password should be complex, and I'll create a separate account, dbv, let's say manager, or we can even say simply say dbv account manager, and password fine. And we'll use dedicated server mode and finish. That's requires the database to be restarted. I'll click OK. So it's going to restart the database instance. That's interesting. It's also adding label security along with database vault. So now if you see that the database configuration has completed successfully, do you want to perform another operation? I'll say no. And if you see now that you re-execute the query, your connection is lost. Why? Because there was the instance restart in between. So we can exit and re-log in like this, just to have a good connection. And so I'm going to log into the database vault screen. Let's say here is the link, and actually this is the enterprise manager link. So in order to open basically the database vault page, what you have to do is, once you open the page, this is the EM page if you see. So for database vault, it will be DVA. See, DVA slash. So instead of slash EM, you'll write DVA. Okay. So that's how you can, activate database vault inside an existing databases. Okay. So basically, thank you very much for attending, the webinar. Okay. Thank you for watching.